We're born in the moonlight. Ain't no fair to say. Can't breathe in the sunlight.
Hello Romans, this is Aromie here, and welcome back to Misadventures of Laura Silvers. I am here, I am sad as fuck, because the mans I wanted is fucking dead. And now we gotta find who the fuck killed him. Did you hear me? Are you sure that he is dead, Miss Silver? Weren't you listening to me? He blinks a few times. It seems like he was trying to grasp the situation. I'll let Mr. Chalupnik know. Good. We got rid of the we get out of the bathroom. It appears that Willem is still waiting outside. I locked the door. Willem almost falls in. Why would you shut the door on me, Silver? Is there any way a person could be ruder than you? Such an indecent. Zivan is dead. Sure, I wish. What? Say that again, Silver? You heard me. Where is he? I point to the bathroom. He runs through Scotta's room and grabs the door. Cooper tries to hold him. He really is. He mumbles something. Mr. Willem. He is beside himself. I'd never expect... Mr. Willem, I think it's not a good idea to look at Mr. Scott at this moment. Willem puts his hand on his forehead. Is that so? Cooper also looks like he's trying to understand what is going on with his eyes on Willem. I assume that seeing someone you've cared for drowned in the bathtub would be hard to grasp for anybody. Cooper seats Willem on Scotta's bed. He's eerily silent with his hand still on his forehead. Cooper, listen to me. Every second you're wasting here increases the chances of us getting attacked by the Vodnik. Miss Silver, he lowers his voice. I'll be gone for a minute, but I don't have time to deal with any of your grief. Please try to show some sympathy, alright? Sure. He opens the door and gets out of the room, leaving me alone with Willem. What happened to him? To whom? Zivan. Is he in denial? I should try to be understanding, I promised Cooper. I take a deep breath. Zivan Scotta is no longer with us. What does that mean, for God's sake? Zivan Scotta has... What was the term? Is no more? Gone like the wind? Has passed away? He passed away. Be more clear or I'm going to lose my mind, Silver. Okay, Zivan's corpse is currently rotting in the bathtub. His eyes still seem blank. I don't really know what he's looking at. That sounds more like you. Guess so. Where's Cooper already? It can't be happening, right? You two are pulling a prank, I'm sure. I wish Cooper could do the talking instead of me. I'm not. I don't think Scott was pretending to be dead either. You would be saying the same thing if you two were pulling a prank. That must be it. Did I come from Britain just to pull a prank on you? I don't believe what you say. Then why don't you enter the bathroom and look for yourself, Willem? He freezes. Do you want to? No. Door opens. Perfect timing. Willem, are you alright? Blanca! I see Miss Blanca rushing into the room, inviting Willem into a hug. Willem hugs her right away. How are you feeling, Willem? He buries his face on Miss Blanca's shoulder, not answering her. She gives a few pats on his back. Is this how you should be handling people who are grieving? Guess I'll never know. Mr. Chalupnik enters the room after Miss Blanca, Cooper follows behind. Is what I heard true, Silver? It depends on what you heard. He points at the bathroom. Yes, it's a shame. He was a bright young man. A dull young man. Who may have done this? Not knowing anything about the Vodnik, he must be sure that someone in this hotel did it. We'll be solving the mystery, Mr. Chalupnik. You shouldn't be going around playing detective, young man. I called the police. It'll take time for them to arrive. Until then, we should wait here and make sure nobody leaves the hotel. Mr. Chalupnik, we would like to investigate Scotta's body again. Why so eager, Silver? I look back at the bathroom. They don't know we're detectives, guys. They still think we're just whatever. The water was supposed to be cut off, however, the bathtub was filled with water. I think it's quite suspicious, Mr. Chalupnik. Is that so? Then I'll come with you. I advise you to not do that. It could be dangerous inside. Even though I said that, it'd be good if I can get everyone to see Scotta. I have to make sure no one blames me for his death. I'm the one who found the body. That puts me in a suspicious situation. Not to mention that I'm a foreigner. I saw all the horrors of the Great War, Silver. The living are far more dangerous than the dead. Especially Chalupnik sounds like the type to blame me. I take a look at Willem and Miss Blanca. They're sitting on Scotta's bed with Willem's head in his hands. Mr. Willem, Miss Blanca, I'll go inside the bathroom. Mr. Chalupnik stated that he wants to join. Do you? Willem shakes his head, not even looking at my face. Miss Blanca smiles weakly. It'd be best if I stay with him, Miss Silver. Only Mr. Chalupnik and Cooper, then. Miss Silver. Yes, Cooper? I'm feeling a little faint, so is it alright if I don't enter the bathroom again? Don't tell me that you can't stand seeing blood. He stays silent. I can't believe it. Maybe he should go back to being a traffic cop after this. It's not that I can't stand it, it's just... It's alright, Cooper. You youngsters shouldn't be used to the sight of blood anyway. Unless you're a police officer, but it's fine, since you're not one. Cooper smiles meekly. I can feel anger growing inside. Then can you please can you please get Miss Blanca and Willem downstairs? I don't want any noise while I'm investigating. Sure, Miss Silver. I enter the bathroom once more, so here he is. I put on the gloves that I'd left in the sink. Did anybody enter early the hotel? Silver, I was at the reception desk all day. I was in a position to see everyone who entered or left. No one entered nor left. Someone in this hotel did it. There's no way around it. Is there any entrance to the hotel other than the front door? That the back door is locked and I have the key. Are you sure you had the key with you when Scotta died? Yes, it's always with me. There are no copies of that key, right? None. We don't have a master key either. I understand. Who did it, Silver? I can't answer that question until I make my investigation, Mr. Chalupnik. He falls silent. Now focus, Silver. Do I get to actually investigate? Oh, baby boy. I take a deep breath. First, how did he die, Silver? He was in the tub when we found him, so that probably means that he drowned. Was it the Vodnik that had done it? I crouched down and looked at his wrist. I mean, that wasn't his wrist that I moved down to. It was more his knee. No sign of fighting back in his arms nor legs. What about his hands? Let's see. I take a look at his hands and nails, expecting to find a clue. His nails are filed neatly, and I can't see any scratches or bruises on his hands. I see no sign of struggle, Mr. Chalupnik. Scotta is being unhelpful once more. I open the tap of the bathtub. No water flows through. The water is off, so how did this bathtub get filled in the first place? Mr. Chalupnik, it's best if you don't touch the body with your bare hands. Do you have any gloves? I'd rather not touch him. Well, fuck, what else is there? Does he have any gunshot wounds on his body? My room is right near his. If a gun was shot, I would have heard it. Still, it doesn't take me away from looking at every inch of his body. He might have been killed when I was in the lobby after all. There are no wounds on the back of his body. He's as white as a ghost. Am I done? Did he have a nosebleed while he was struggling? I assume so. I wonder if it's because he injured a vein or two while he was suffocating. He is as soft as he could be. That means his muscles haven't stiffened yet. Did you see him after last night? No. I checked my watch. It's 9:50 a.m. The stiffening of the muscles and joints start 4 to 6 hours after death. Knowing that he came to get us at 2 a.m., this knowledge doesn't give us any clue on the time of death. You know a lot about how death works. Did you work as a nurse before? I just interviewed a few detectives while they were working. I see. I look at his nose again. Okay. It's not unusual to get a nosebleed if you're struggling for breath. His nose looks a bit more crooked than before. I touch the bridge of his nose. Wait, I can move it? I feel two pieces of bones rubbing each other as I play with Scotta's nose. What are you doing? His nose is broken. Ew! Did someone punch him in the face? Is this why he got the nosebleed? Is Vodnik the type of person to punch detectives into tubs and drown them? That doesn't sound very supernatural. I hear the door of Scotta's room opening. It can't be Vodnik, right? No, it's a detective. Who's there? Where's Papa? Oh shit! Pavla, why are you here? I got curious. I couldn't find you anywhere. Silver, continue investigating. I'll keep Pavla outside. Sure. Chalupnik opens the bathroom door and leaves. I stare at Scotta. Who killed you? Not that you answer, right? Please do not suddenly wake up and shit. I'm just trying my luck in case you become a ghost and want to answer me by possessing yourself. You look like someone who would become a ghost, though. There's always the people who have tons of ego. You're one of them for sure. I'm really scared. Don't be shy. Let's say you took too many sedatives, lost your balance while you were bathing, hit your nose on the tub, and then somehow you magically fell into the tub as if you were bathing again, in the exact position. Though I don't think this is the case. There are 100 possibilities, actually. It's impossible to reach a conclusion with my current knowledge. Looks like you've created another job for us, Zivan. I never liked you, you know? You were the epitome of unlikability. And please don't, nothing pop out, please. Miss Silver, what are you doing? Cooper, how come I didn't hear her come in? He looks nervous. Did you finish examining the body? Yes. I was never good at dealing with people's emotional states. I should continue investigating instead of talking with Cooper about it. I stand up and get out of Scotta's bathroom. Why are you here, Cooper? I thought I shouldn't leave you alone. I was doing fine. Excuse me for saying this, but if I observed correctly, you were talking to Mr. Scott's body. Anyway, we should be searching the room for clues. Cooper doesn't respond to my attempt at changing the subject. Alright, well, here's his clothes. Got her outside. Were you just gonna walk out naked with to get your clothes? Kind of weird. His clothes are folded and placed in the bed. Did he fold his clothes before entering the tub? I inspect each one of them to see if there's something wrong. Miss Silver, I think we shouldn't do that. Why? Doesn't that count as disrespecting the dead? What would Cooper think if he learned that I played with Scotta's news? It would be more disrespectful if I couldn't find his killer. Cooper? Yes? His trench coat is wet. Does that mean anything? I take the wet cigarettes and lighter out of the coat pocket. The wet cigarettes are softy mentholinas, as I thought. I guess he won't be using the lighter anymore. I put it into my pocket. Lighter seized. Okay. Miss Silver, did you find any evidence? Well, it's fucking broken, isn't it? Yes, there are the room keys in his pocket. What about the lighter? Is that a piece of evidence? No? Then why did you take it, Miss Silver? It's a good lighter. Miss Silver, please put it back. Please. Lighter thrown away. Alright. I guess you want me to look at this door. There's a net on the door. Something must have hit it for this to happen. I will keep this in mind. What else is there for me to look at? This desk? There isn't anything notable on the desk. Is that a notebook? I see Scotta's notebook hidden behind the desk. It's an amateur move to hide his important files in here. Though at least it would throw off the mundane people. I take it out. I can see some notes and documents folded inside. I open the cover. I notice that he has used a notebook as a diary too. He's written a few entries using this as a diary. I shouldn't look at it then. It may be private. He isn't here to judge us. Miss Silver, do you know what you're saying? It may contain some piece of evidence. Besides, he reads our mail. The secrets between the bureau workers, right? No man becomes a saint just by dying, Cooper. I know. As far as I've noticed, Chalupnik opens his safe every Sunday morning to check if the spare keys are in place. I told Willem to find the password of the safe and take the key. If possible, he will put the key back to the safe in every Saturday night. Chalupnik trusts Willem since he's been working here for years. Willem is the one who is staying at the receptionist counter every Saturday. It must be easy for him to do that. What day is it, Cooper? Wednesday, Miss Silver. Update. He yelled at me when I told him about this. I'll lose all the trust Mr. Chalupnik's invested in me, he said. There's no way of that happening if you don't get caught. Do you want your cousin to die? I replied. He obeyed reluctantly. It's unbelievable how stupid he is. That's horrible. I shrug. That's gotta. Mr. Willem shouldn't know about this. Miss Silver, I still think we shouldn't read Scotta's diary any longer. Oh, but I'm really curious. I'm gonna fucking read it. Keep on reading. Sorry. I can't sleep tonight too. Can't really find what keeps me awake at night either. Somehow, everything bothers me. People usually say that writing down the worries would help, though I doubt it. I doubt everything. Maybe that's the reason why I'm unable to sleep. Or maybe I can't sleep because I took my gun. Chalupnik says I should get some remedy for it, though my only option looks like it'll put me in deep sleep. It doesn't relax me to know that I won't be able to wake up in a crisis. It must be nice to sleep without the fear that someone might be trying to kill you any second. So that is why we couldn't find his gun anywhere. This explains a lot. Can we stop reading it? No, I need to find out. Now that I've read about Carrot's letter to Silver, I am even more sure that something suspicious is going on. She doesn't use a language like that to any of us, nor share information. She even forgot Cooper's name. Maybe the reason why Silver got assigned here was because she had a friend in the bag, or in this case, bureau. It's not good to see cases like this, especially in this time of massive unemployment. There's barely any budget to operate a supernatural's bureau, and spending the money for useless international jobs like this doesn't make any sense. Dacia also mentioned that she doesn't trust Care or Silver. I believe she's researching something that might be useful for us to use against our odds. Dacia. I also have no idea who that is. I see. I think we have seen enough of his diary already, Miss Silver. Are you sure? There might be more. Keep on reading. Oh, it's a photo. Oh, that's him right here. He's so cute. There's a picture here. Oh, there's Miss Carrot, Miss Scotta, and Mr. Renault. Who's Miss Carrot? Is this Miss Carrot? Or is this Miss Carrot? I don't know. Wait, Mr. Scotta and Mr. Renault? Oh, well, this is Mr. Scotta, Mr. Renault. Okay, then who are these two ladies? Which one's who? I believe this person Dacia, since Scotta mentioned a she. It's a lovely picture. Looks like it was taken before I started working at the bureau. Telegraph or notes? What the hell does that mean? The telegraph? It's a telegram that Carrot sent him. Is it one that is informing us about coming here? Yeah, it says, I look at the telegram, which clearly say Laura Silver and Ginger Boy. Oh no, please tell me this is a joke, Miss Silver. Unfortunately, no. There's the official stamp of the bureau. Carrie is an airhead. How did she become the leader of this place, I wonder? The notes. There's the same information that Carrot wrote, this time in Scotta's handwriting. I assume he made a copy when he read Carrot's mail. The note below read as, tell Willem about Vodnik. Don't forget to reply to Dacia's letter. Oh god, that fucking scared me. Oh, and I'm over time. So this is where we're actually going to stop for today. I'm going to get something to drink because my throat is really hurting. So this is where we're going to end. Thank you guys for watching. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.